And what is going on, guys? My name is Curry Zach, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we'll be going over a leak, a previous leak in the past in March about Intel finally moving from 14 nanometer to 7 nanometer. As they have failed to do an in-house 10 nanometer design, they suddenly just jumped over this now leaking 7 nanometer on its new processing node coming in 2023. Now, whether that date is actually going to be met at 2023 depends on how great the yield can be. So anyway, let's get into the video. Confirmed by Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger, Meteor Lake S is that codename Meteor Lake S for the 7 nanometer process. Now, this is the roadmap, as you can see right down here on the screen. Rocket Lake S released on March 30, 2021, the 14 nanometer process, Cypress Cove. That is the Rocket Lake S. And in Q4 of 2021 this year as well, they'll be releasing Alder Lake S, which is a 10 nanometer one. So this is 11th gen Rocket Lake S. This is going to be 12th gen. And this is going to be 13th gen, if they call it 13th gen. I'm guessing they're going to go 13th gen. And that's going to be called the Raptor Lake S, which is still going to be on 10 nanometer. Now, by the time 2022 comes around, AMD is going to be at 5 nanometers process, even 3 nanometer, as TSMC is their supplier for this node. Intel is going to be still far behind, but we can see what they can do with 10 nanometer and hopefully 7 nanometer in 2023. Now, whether or not the nanometer node will help them is only up for time to see, but we can see now that Alder Lake S in Q4 of 2021 is when it's going to be released, or hopefully speculated. It's going to have an LGA 1700, so that's going to be a new socket type. Support up to DDR4 and DDR5. DDR5 is actually in the works right now for mainstream as well, as they can hit higher megahertz speeds that are stable. So that is why DDR5 is going to be a great game changer and hopefully a great FPS booster as well. And the thing that Alder Lake S might have over AMD is PCIe Gen 5.0. Whether or not PCIe Gen 5.0 will even be mainstream is up to the manufacturers of this NAND flash. So this is 12th gen Alder Lake S, which is going to feature a new Intel motherboard, of course, a Z690. Whether or not there will be there will not be any backwards compatibility with this new 12th gen CPU on the 10 nanometer process. It's going to be on the LGA 1700 socket. Now, what we're all here for is 7 nanometer, which is the codename Meteor Lake S. It's a 7 nanometer enhanced SuperFin, and it's going to be an in-house design from Intel. Honestly, Intel doesn't outsource any of their processing nodes. It's all made in their own manufacturing, which is why they're behind against AMD. AMD is still kicking their ass. That's just how it is. Intel has shot themselves in the foot 20 million times already, as their 11th gen processors flopped. No one really cares about them, and I don't care about them either, because the fact that your only 11th gen processor is lost to a 10th gen processor is just kind of sad. And Alder Lake S will probably see a bit more performance ahead of the Rocket Lake S, hopefully. So if Intel can do that, we can see the claw their way sort of back into market share. But the one that really everyone wants to know is the 7 nanometer process, featuring Red Cove architecture, featuring still on the LGA 1700 socket. So for 3 generations of CPUs, we will actually be able to use the same socket type, featuring only DDR5 support, I believe, and also PCIe Gen 5.0. Now this is going to be 14th gen Rocket Meteor Lake S. The motherboard is probably going to be a Z870, 890. I don't know. 890 is probably going to be what it's called, unless they suddenly change it. But that's probably going to be it. Now, they say that it's going to be in Q2 2021. This is Meteor Lake S 7 nanometer process. This is from Intel itself releasing this. So whether or not the processing node can be matured is up to Intel themselves. They have failed at 10 nanometer, so I'm not expecting a lot if they can even meet this quota by 2023 to even make this a mainstream on market for themselves. But if they can, that would be very interesting to see. We can't count Intel dead yet. They're dead right now, but maybe in the future they might not be. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short, brief video on this Meteor Lake S 7 nanometer node. This is all the information we have on it now. Later down the line, we'll probably be going over AMD's own APUs. So the laptop APUs of 5000 series or 5000 series, they call it 5000 series. So the 5700G or all those G processors. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Anyway, peace out.